was all ones for him last week. 111 yards receiving. It's the Buccaneers and the Huskies. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Anchorage. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Bonner. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up. Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 52 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And much yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carroll. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 carries, 57 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. Bonner. And he rifles one incomplete. When you look at this defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. Just down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Bonner, and that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it and Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on third down, Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Caldwell. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Bonner. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Bonner. And it's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonner. Touchdown! What a great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because #1, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On 1st and 10, Williams. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Williams now throwing after the interception. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Williams to throw on second down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Back to throw. Williams. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Williams' throw going into the hands of Williams. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And currently they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Williams to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw. Bonner. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonner, and he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Stopped him in his tracks. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Williams. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. He finds his man. Complete. It's Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run the counter with Murray. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, But the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Bonner. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Williams now on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Williams throwing again. And this is going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Williams. He finds his man. Complete. That's Carroll. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score, still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Point after here coming up. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Barry. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Then it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Now Williams off the bootleg. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Bucs down 20-17, 57 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carroll. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. This for all the marbles. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
This for all the marbles. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Tampa Bay, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.